Hi, I'm Nicole. Nice to meet you.
I'm Cherry.
I like your name. That's really awesome.
Cherry, do you want to? You want to do the interviews first, and we can set up and have your bags developed.
All right. So, can you tell us a little bit about what you do?
I make dice bags and all kinds of gaming accessories. You can use them as blind draw bags, gift bags, things like that. I started off making some bags for some friends, and they're like, these are really good bags. And they would show their friends, and their friends wanted them, and their friends wanted them. And I was like, well, I'll just start a business. So I've been doing this for about 2.5 years now.
Okay.
And this is the second time we've come to BGG.
Awesome.
So,
well, congratulations on making a business out of a hobby. That's really cool.
Thank you.
So are you related to Brandon or the Firefly Lasers? Or
No, we actually met up by a mutual friend last year at one of our local conventions in Houston area.
Okay.
He had asked, I'd asked him to do a logo for me. And because his friend told me to get a hold of him to do a logo for me, and he goes, well, you know, I'm making these dice towers anyway. You mind if I come to your booth and sell them at this convention? I'm like, sure, no problem. I don't mind. And because they go great with my dice bags. And then we found that a lot of our dice bags, or my dice bags and his dice towers, actually were the same designs, and so it just worked out. And so now, come on up.
I don't.
So now we do it on purpose now, but at first it was a purely happy coincidence.
Well, that's really cool because you're targeting the same people with the same interests, so why not share the space and work together?
Exactly.
That's really awesome.
And so, you know, I do make the dice bags. I make different sizes, different shapes. It's mostly the flat bottom bags where it will stand up, it will hold whatever you need.
That's really cool. So it's not limited to just dice because it is a pretty solid bag.
Exactly. You can actually put game pieces in here and do blind draw bags.
That's really cool.
Like for Carcassonne or any kind of blind draw bag where you're pulling tile, you're pulling dice, whatever you need. And like I said, I have given these as gifts. If you put a gift inside it, it's 2 gifts in one.
Of course, yeah,
so,
absolutely.
This year, what's new are these, which are quillos.
I was going to say, those look like pillows.
Yeah, I call them convention quillos.
Okay.
It is a, quillo is generally a quilt and a pillow.
Okay.
But this is a blanket. You just pull it out, and you've got a blanket. So when you're sitting there and you are gaming, when you're gaming in the cold game room and you're freezing and you need...
That is the coolest thing!
And so then just fold it back up. You want to make sure that the pocket's either at the top or the bottom. Fold it into thirds. Fold it in half. Fold it in half again. Then you take...
And just like a pillowcase, and you just
turn it, turn it inside out, and it turns back into a pillow.
That is the coolest thing I've ever seen.
And what I added to this, I added these little loops on both sides. I offer the carabiner with it. You can hook it to your belt loop or a bag, and then it's hands-free. It's hands-free at that point.
They call me Panda because apparently I'm lazy. Apparently. What?
I can do customs. I do customs all the time.
I think I need a Panda one. I definitely need a Panda one. Oh, that's awesome. Sorry.
That's okay.
That's awesome.
That's okay.
That's really... And how much do those retail for?
I have 2 different price points. I have this for $30, which are fabrics I can get just about anywhere.
Okay.
This, I get fabrics specially printed by the yard for me from spinflower.com, so I charge $5 extra because it's more expensive to get it that way.
Of course.
So this is a $35.
Are they available online, or do you have to buy them?
Not yet, but it's only because I just made them like days before this convention.
Really?
So I will have them online very soon.
Awesome. And can I take your business card?
Absolutely.
Because that's really cool.
I can do any of this custom.
That's really...
I can do the dice bags. I can do... Like, I've had a lot of people ask, do you make a longer bag? Because they like to crochet or knit and they want it for yarn. I've done them as yarn bags. I've done I actually have done cosplay stuff for people. I have a really good friend who's half of a cosplay group called Dimmin' with the Faerie Brothers. I make all of his shirts for him. So I've done all kinds of stuff. If it's a sewing, crafty type thing, I do it. I paint minis. I just really enjoy doing things with my hands. So
just put it in my pocket and then I lost it again. Do you have an email address that our viewers can reach out to you? Or a website that they can...
Yeah, it is cherry@bluecherryfaerie.com.
Awesome. So you guys...
And it's Faerie because I wanted to be different.
I think that's really cool.
Thank you.
So what is the coolest request you've gotten? What is your favorite thing that you've ever done?
Oh gosh, I've made a TARDIS dice bag that's about like this tall.
Oh, okay.
And then I put like a spacey themed fabric on the inside, so it was like time and space on the inside.
I wish Anne was listening to this right now.
It was really, really cool.
Her eyes are going to light up in about 30 seconds with the delay.
I do like, over here is my adipose dice bag.
Okay.
That is the one right next to it.
Would you mind if I hold it up for this?
Okay. Right here?
Do you mind if I hold this up for the camera?
Not a problem.
Guys, this is really cool.
That's my adipose inspired. Yes, my adipose inspired dice bag, and it's my own patterns. I make all of my patterns for all of this.
And how long does it take you to make a special request?
I can usually do a turnaround in 2 weeks.
Okay. And
so as long as I'm not, really, yeah. But that's for me to completely finish. If you want to custom embroider on a bag, everything.
Okay.
Generally speaking, if, like I said, if I'm really busy, it might take upwards of a month. But that's not usual. That's very unusual for me.
And how long does each one, a basic one, take you to create?
I honestly couldn't say.
Well,
no, because I do them in stacks. So I'll do a big stack of blue. And I'll do all my blue sewing at one time.
It makes sense.
So
you're working with the same colors and the same materials.
Exactly. I assembly line. I'll just do a bunch of assembly lines. So I've got 3 or 4 different machines. I've got a serger, an embroidery machine, and a sewing machine. And so when I'm serging, I'll do all my blue so I don't have to rethread that machine because it has 4 cones of thread and you have to go in and out through this machine and it's really difficult.
And that makes sense. Well, that's a very clever way to handle your orders and your material.
Now, if I do an order, I will go ahead and change out the threads. I don't have a problem with that. I will do the specialty thing. But if I'm just getting ready for a show or something like that, it's all blue.
There's
all
no reason to do blue, green, purple, then back to blue. Why deal with that?
Exactly.
Well, thank you so much for speaking with us.
Thank you very much.
Is there anything else you'd like to say?
Not that I can think of. I mean, if you want to get a hold of me, I do customs. I'm on Etsy. You can get a hold of me on Facebook. You can get a hold of my husband, Brian, at it's Brian with an I at bluecherryfaerie.com, and he's the salesperson. If you are a business that is looking to do wholesale, I do wholesale as well.
Fantastic.
I have several game stores in the Houston area that carries my product.
Perfect. All right, well, thank you so much for your time. It's a pleasure to meet you. Brandon.
Me.
Do you want to be on camera?
Sure.
Do you know what Twitch is?
I don't know what Twitch is.
Okay, let me explain it. Yes.
Brandon
has no idea what Twitch is.
Okay, so let me explain it to you. So Twitch, okay.
Yeah.
Brandon is a Twitch streamer himself.
Yes.
You want to plug your channel?
Yeah, Zerdcow. So Twitch TV /Zerdcow. And I stream laser cutting.
I've seen it. It's really awesome. You actually show it being laser cut.
Yes, I have a camera inside of my laser cutter, so I show that. I have design work that I do, so I'll show that. People ask me all the time, like, how much does the laser cutter cost? Where'd you buy it? How does it work? So I answer all those questions on my channel.
You want to answer them now for us, too?
Yeah, so I actually got my laser from Legacy Lasers.
Okay.
And so basically what I do is when I laser cut, I also design work.
Okay.
And so I'll show my desktop, I'll show what I'm doing. I'll explain how I'm designing all the cut files, how to program in the colors so that the laser understands them, all that kind of stuff. And then people will say, well, how does that work? And they'll just be impressed at how a laser is just tearing through wood like nothing. So yeah, lasers actually superheat materials, and and push that material through to cut stuff.
It looks like Ann has a question from chat.
Question for chat. And shout out to Flying Fisher. He's my mod. He's in channel.
Hi.
Yeah, hi Flying Fisher.
He wants to know if we can put our finger in your leg.
Oh God. So
I would highly recommend against
I
that,
have several buddies. Well, they're not. I've never actually met them, but they all frequent my channel. One guy named Ichabod asks all the time, "Can you cut a finger with the laser?" I said, "Yes, you can." So eventually we did a test, and I took a corn dog. I took the skin off the corn dog, and I carved it up with the knife. I'm an art major, so I made it look like a finger. And then I stuck it in the laser, and it cuts clean through it. So
yeah. So let's not stick any fingers in the laser.
No fingers in lasers.
Also, they love the ribbons.
Oh yes. Okay. So.
Oh, you are. That is impressive.
Around here, people have these little ribbons. It's so cute because they have like one or two, but I have all the ribbons.
Wait, wait, hang on. Ah, he does. He has a Bio-Genius Games
Eyes up
ribbon.
here. Eyes up here.
Ah.
I put eyes. See?
Oh, there you go then.
There you go.
No, that's really cool.
Yeah.
You actually went around and got every single one that they had?
I actually do, yeah.
That's impressive.
Well, no, I don't, because I'm not much of a Eurogamer, so I don't have Eurogame on here. I mean, this is true to me. Like, Fiber Geek, so on Twitch, right? I'm part of the Fiber stream team.
Okay, so
right?
all
So
of
like,
that apply to you.
So, yeah, all of that stuff.
I think that's a long time to see. They want to know if you have the inclusive gamer ribbon. Cody's Ghost.
I do not.
You don't. Oh.
I don't. So I guess I don't have all of them, do I?
He's gonna have FOMO right now.
If you have ribbons I don't have, bring them to my booth.
Bring them to us.
924. I want this to hit the floor.
He wants to trip over them like Ann trips over her hair.
Yes.
Yeah, we got.
Yeah, you got the pretty red ones.
But he's got the pretty green one.
Pretty green ones. I know. You know what that means? That means I get in before you do.
He also gets free drinks. So there's that.
Yeah, and free drinks, yes. I get to go to the green room. You don't. Haha.
Ooh, that's
so
not fair.
I get to go in there and hang out with Tom from Dice Tower and all that.
And you should watch out before you start bragging about what we got.
Yeah.
I don't think we can compete with that. So do you mind if we show off some of your...
Yeah, so these are all my Dice Towers. This is the stuff that I make in my stream. This is the stuff that all the folks out there watch me make every day. They watch me assemble it. They watch my assembly crew show up to my garage, and then I ignore chat for 20 minutes while I talk to my assembly crew.
So what is this red material here?
So this is acrylic substrate.
Okay.
Basically, it's plastic. It's the same sort of plastic that they use on the windshields of motorcycles.
Okay. Is that cut with your laser as well?
Yeah, everything's cut with my laser.
That's really cool.
Except for my fingers.
I really what I really like about your dice towers is that that contrasted color look.
Yeah, so what we do is we try to make the dice towers match the dice.
That's really cool.
So yeah, the acrylic is sort of a semi-transparent, so it kind of glows. We try to match the dice to the towers. We match the bags, like this bag here is a beholder purple. It matches the tower. I don't custom. No, I don't. But okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But so I do make 18 different designs, but I don't switch out the color of the acrylic on the design.
So
it's a product.
So the red one, the dragon will always be red.
That dragon will always be red. I now have a new dragon design that comes in 6 different colors.
Oh, look at that!
Because a lot of people ask, how can we get the dragons in green? Or gold dragon or whatever. So now I have that.
But that is the exception, not the rule.
Right. Well, I did that because I got so many of the questions on the dragon specifically.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I've had questions about like the unicorn being pink, and I'm like, no.
I really like this one. This one is mechanical gears.
Yeah. So the clear gears, that's my best seller.
I think Matt would really like that. Now, if Matt was actually here,
if
Matt could get off of work and actually be here, I think he'd want this. Oh, you want it? Oh, look at that. And if I were a thoughtful person, I'd consider buying it for him.
Yeah.
And I probably will. How much is it?
$25.
$25.
Yeah, and I actually wholesale these to stores, and brick and mortar stores will buy these retail for $20.
Okay.
So they will retail these at $20. I retail at $25. It's a business decision to keep the brick and mortars in business, because so many of these games, especially around here, they'll wholesale to the brick and mortars, and then they'll undercut the brick and mortars.
And that's just not the right thing to do.
But it's like you go to the brick and mortars to play the game.
Yeah.
So how does that work? So I do the opposite.
I think that's really respectable and very, very conscious decision for you to make.
Yeah. So it works. I find a lot of brick and mortars enjoy that business model. And so more of them, I've already had 5 or 6 brick and mortars literally come to my booth to meet me so that they can get my business card and give me theirs so that they can get set up with wholesale.
That's awesome. Well, I'm definitely going to be coming back for one of those dice towers when we're not on camera.
Definitely.
And is there anything else you'd like to tell?
No, check out my stream, ZergCow. I also have an Etsy store. All of this stuff is sold out because I did donations. Talk Customs is a Twitch streamer I follow who does sewing. He recently did a giveaway, and I donated a bunch to that.
Oh, that's sweet.
Imperial Girl is another streamer that did a giveaway. I donated to that. So follow them. They're cool. But yeah, so if you have a stream and you do donations,
I mean, we do a lot of donations and giveaways. If we could work together on something, maybe we can.
I'll drop some stuff off before you leave.
That would be fantastic.
And so I always give to the streamers because the community's giving me back.
That's fantastic.
So.
And if there's anything we can do for you as well, we're more than happy to help.
Yeah, definitely.
It was a pleasure meeting you in person.
You too.
Thank you for taking the time away from your booth to talk to us.
No worries.
And we'll definitely stop by later on.
Awesome.
Thank you, Brandon.